Welcome to readtheticker.com. Today we're going to apply our Wyckoff logic onto the very popular BitCoin in USD. The symbol is BITSAMP USD. It's quite popular, has lots of volume. Now the good news about Bitcoin, because it doesn't have any options, doesn't have any futures contracts, doesn't have any derivatives, the volume is pure traded by the traders at hand. So it is pure demand and supply, so it's very easy to work out when the demand and supply is coming in, when the climaxes are, when the dull volume is, so it's very Wyckoff friendly. And we have the price chart down below here, and we have the pointed figure chart up here. Now let's point out down below here, we had a selling climax here after the big sell-off there, so it took some time to come down. Then we had we've actually had three phases of accumulation. Now the strongest phase of accumulation is just before breakout, phase 1. So here we have rising highs, rising lows on good volume. Then we get a breakout of resistance and back up to resistance, or a breakout over the creek and back up to the creek. Last point of support, and then it moves up. So this part here was the first phase of accumulation. The second phase of accumulation is not as strong as the first phase, because this is the phase where the buyers are more confident coming out. Here the accumulation was done at a bit more high risk. As you can see, there's a few highs and lows in there, some volume came in there, so that's still important accumulation, but some of it might have been supply. And phase 3 is it could be accumulation, we don't really know, because a lot of it was supply because price was going down, but no doubt there's a good chance there's some accumulation coming in here, but it's not as strong as the previous two phases. And why that's important is that when we do our pointed figure forecasts, we do a phase 1 forecast because we know that's high quality accumulation. This here is another form of accumulation, but not as high quality as the one. This here is a form of accumulation, but not as high as the previous two. Now, each part of these accumulations build up energy. Now, because it's a high quality accumulation, it's more likely that phase 1, the cause and effect, is going to be reached on a target once it's broken out and it starts moving up and it shows prices moving. Now, getting to the second target, well, basically means that we maybe have been unfair to the phase 2 accumulation, and if that then in fact might have been a strong accumulation, then I want to get to there. Now, if it gets to phase 2, it may get to phase 3, because the underlying chart that this is so bullish that really we underestimated phase 3's accumulation, and the energy is going to be released and it will get to phase 3. Based on the performance of phase 1, I would suggest that you'd have to be pretty confident that phase 3 is going to be reached. So I think 5,000 Bitcoin USD. After some stepping stones, some pullbacks, it won't go up in a straight line. I would suggest some pullbacks of 30, 40, even 50, 30, 40% at each day could take a year. But eventually, those holding on who have purchased and accumulated this bottom here should be holding on strong for 5,000 Bitcoin. Now it's a very good chart. So I'll be very positive on the Wyckoff pattern with this one here. And the other important thing to show here, as you can see here, the buying climax, when it ran out of gas up here and had a rather long slowdown period here. The volume came in, it was very, where's the buying climax? Right here. A lot of volume came in, so a lot of people were selling. So people were bought here at 20 cents and they're selling here at 1,000, I think it was. So there's a real lot of money changing hands. If you look over here on this new high, people aren't really selling. I mean, if they're going to be laying off, this would have been sky high. This volume here is the number of bitcoins traded, is not the currency value of the bitcoin, it's the number of bitcoins traded. So this is a good measure of the activity within the bitcoin. So I would, if you're a holder of the Bitcoin, you've been lucky enough to accumulate this. We have not, so I would just sit it out and ride this thing up, because it's got a lot of strength in it. And based on the phase 1, and I expect the phase 2 accumulation, that 3,000 and 5,000 is definitely on the cards. May not be in 6 months, it might be in 2 or 3 years, because we will have some stepping stones or middle accumulations, as the people who have missed out on this want to engineer a methodology to slow the price down so they can accumulate. So yes, Bitcoin symbol here is very Wyckoff friendly because the volume is pure. And as you've probably heard about, people want to put ETFs and all sorts of other type of contracts onto the Bitcoin. You can understand why, don't you? It's highly traded, and the banks want to get their cut. So hopefully they don't do that, and it does stay pure, because this is a very good tool to use for trading. Thanks for watching.